All right, welcome to Jack Dodson's Racing Insider News with Scott Allen. And I tell you, that co-host chair over there, I put Jarrett's in it tonight, but it seems to be a problem with that chair over there because Butterbean couldn't make it tonight, but he's going to try to come on the show in a few minutes. Scott's not back yet. Hopefully, we'll have him back in next week or the week after at least. So you got to call. You got to stay here and you got to act like you're the co-host tonight.
I'll try my best. I'll do it. I've been here a couple times.
Yeah, that's right. That's your pay. All right, Jack Dodson's Racing Insider News tonight is sponsored by Papa John's, the locally owned and operated Papa John's, the Hampton Roads. What is it, the Hampton Roads? I forget what they call it now. Anyway, the Hampton Roads branch of the Papa John's. Also, we have North Carolina 811. Thanks to Brian Morehouse and everything they do for us. They got some big things coming up. They're going to have they're sponsoring the the Xfinity race at Martinsville. They got some big stuff coming. GAC, Great American Enterprises, Guillermo Amaya. His operation is run out of Herndon, Virginia. They have a lot of construction going on up and down the East Coast. I think he's all the way down into Florida, all the way over to Texas. He's got, I don't know, probably 15, 20 great big things going on right now. Bondrett Brothers Distillery. Thanks to Robert Bondrett. We got to get down there and get some more of that stuff, more of that moonshine. I hadn't been down there in a while.
I never tried it.
Well, next time you come over here, I'll have something for you because I got some at home.
Sounds good.
Also by Pepsi. That is Scott's and my number one drink, Pepsi. So that's a big deal. Appreciate them being with us. Tanya McAllister at MPM Marketing. If you need, she does race suits. She does a lot of talking and helping people with how to deal with sponsors and how to do social media. She's really good at it. So if you need something like that, contact Tanya McAllister. Factory Canopies, Andrea Calkins and that group down there, they're the ones that gave us the table covers and these chairs. So really nice for them to do that. Black Acid Apparel, they've been giving us some shirts. They gave us some shirts within the last few weeks. So they gave us some shirts and I'm gonna say I'm not really sold on them because it's a picture of me and Scott in a cartoon. Safety Clean and Performance Plus Motor Oil and Hampton, our very own Langley Speedway. Larry King Law's Langley Speedway. Thanks to Bill and Chuck and Vaughn for letting us have our show here, being a part of the Langley Speedway family. We appreciate that. So as we go from there, we're going to go into our Smith Wraps and Graphics roundup of the weekend, all the racing from around the weekend, different places. And we'll get on that right now and see what all has been going on. In Atlanta, the Cup race was won by Willie Byron. How about that? William Byron they're on a tear. The Hendrick Motorsports is on a tear.
They got the new gen cars down. They're doing pretty good.
Let's see how they do on the road course this coming week. That may be a little different. The Xfinity race was won by Ty Gibbs. You put him in a car, he's got the best of everything up under him, so it's gonna be hard to beat him.
Same thing in the ARC, he dominated.
Also, we would like to recognize Corey Heim. He's raced out here several times.
Yeah.
And he won the truck race this past weekend. Out at Five Flag Speedway, the ARCA East, Sammy Smith got to win. He's raced here before. My buddy Leland Honeyman Jr. In his second only race in the ARCA got the pole and finished second. So that was a pretty good deal for him. And our buddy from up at Dominion Speedway, Willie Mullins, come in fifth. Over at Goodyear, I didn't get a whole list of all the races over there. They sent me a list of the Bando. Bryson Brinkley won the Bando race at Goodyear. So I don't know what else raced over there. Down in Citrus County, Florida, the Super Late Models, Ernie Irvin's son, got the win. Down at New Smyrna, JoJo Wilkinson was the winner in the late model. At Hickory in the Pass Series, the Super Late Models, William Byron got the win. That was the night before Atlanta. He went down there
practicing.
And the late model race on Friday night was won by Ryan Moore. Franklin County late models, Mason Maggio. He's with this is the Carolina Pro Late Model Series. He's with Rick Ware Racing. He got the win. And in the crate modifieds, here's one for you, Matt. 11-year-old Paulie Hartwig.
Oh, wow.
11 years old.
That's
Won the
pretty
race
impressive.
in the modifieds.
Wow.
So
That's awesome.
down at Sobo, Lane Riggs won both of the late model races there. At Florence, late model winner was Cade Brown. And at Southern National, the modifieds was won by Matt Hirschman. And the Bando race was won by Aiden Milet. So we have pretty good showing down there. Now I see where Butterbean's done clicked in here, and I don't see him on here anywhere. You there, Butterbean?
I'm here, buddy. I'm here.
Oh, this is the best way to have you on here because we can't see you.
Well, I'm doing an audible right now because my shift started at 7, and I am driving around the terminal, but I got my AirPods in, so that way I'm not on the phone. But I didn't really want to turn the camera on because you'd just be looking up my nose probably right at the moment.
Yeah.
But you know, the good thing is I'm here thanks to technology, and I wish I was sitting there with y'all just playing full-time race car driver, but I had to give that up.
Well, you know, it's hell when you have to go to work and earn a living for a change, isn't it?
It is. You know, y'all think of me when y'all are in y'all's beds tonight. Y'all think of me.
Well, Butterbean, I'm going to tell you something. I spent 12 years straight working 12 midnight to 8 o'clock in the morning. So I know how that is. I know how it is to be up all night working.
Yeah, this is a 7 to 7 shift. So it's funny because I was on the day shift yesterday, and then they didn't put me up today, and I'm like, that's my luck. The one night I needed to be on the day shift, I got put back on nights. So I'd probably be back on days like Friday, but you know, hey, it's all good. I feel bad I'm not there hanging out with y'all, but
you ought to.
At least
you ought to feel bad. You ought to feel bad about it.
Yeah, so I'm making $1 right now.
So what are you going to do with that dollar? All you're going to do is turn it into something to do race cars.
That's what they want me to do, but I was taught a lesson a long time ago. Keep letting people pay for it as long as you can.
Oh, okay. So in other words, the money you earn now is for that new girlfriend, right?
No, she's got her own money, buddy.
That don't mean a thing. What's hers is hers, and what's yours is theirs too.
Hey, you know, don't be giving her any more ideas right now.
All right, Butterbean, tell us a little bit about what you got going on this year. I know you're going to be doing a couple different things.
Yes, sir. We are. Well, everybody. The big question everybody wants to know: are you going for 3 in a row? So there's only 2 people that have done that, and that would be Elton Sawyer and C. Falk. So to answer that question, it's looking like yes, we are going to go for 3 in a row, as long as I can keep my work schedule and get off. Obviously, that's the plan. I already got off for opening night, so we're looking good there. It'd be awesome to add my name to 3 in a row. You know, it's something that a lot of people didn't do. They got 2, but getting that 3rd one seems to be the hard task, which I know it's not going to be easy considering a lot of those guys had caught up to us there at the end of the year, and we weren't, I would say, like way ahead of them. They were close enough to where it could go either way. We just had a really good year. We were blessed, you know, 2 years in a row. It's hard enough to get 1 year of good luck, you know, 2 years of staying out of trouble. And Rayvon Clarke built us some awesome motors, no failures, and Phil Warren kept the cars tuned up. So we're going to do that. looking forward to that. Looking forward to having Matt with us and taking on that adventure. Hopefully, I can be as much of a help to him as I was to Rick to try to get him up to speed. It's going to be a little bit of disadvantage for him not having tires. I feel like he's going to kind of probably have to go in. We're all kind of at an unknown variable, I'd say, because I'm in a situation where I'm not quite sure which car I'm going to run at Langley, and you really don't know until you bolt 4 tires on for qualifying. So we can only kind of go off of our notes. But like I said, I think we need to be better than we were last year. So that's kind of it's kind of hard to really know for sure. But we're going to take on the challenge, and then also with I'm going to be doing dirt on Friday night, so that's another big challenge for me, doing something totally different than what I'm used to. So as far as that, I got a learning curve, kind of like Matt coming to the late model. I got to go over there and basically learn everything all over because, yeah, it's still a late model, but it's got the same concept. Got to go around the corner and get drive, but it's going to be a totally different animal for me. So I'm looking forward to that challenge and looking forward to, staying in the car Friday nights and Saturday nights. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun for me.
That's gotta be hard for you. You're gonna be driving dirt on Friday nights, come back and run asphalt on Saturday. That's gonna be a tough ordeal for you to get the hang of both of them at the same time.
Yeah, I've done some dirt testing, so I got my feet wet a little bit. I think the hardest part for me is going to be getting out there with other cars, trying to judge where I'm at versus where they're at. An asphalt car, I can get a centimeter off the wall, and I know that's where I'm going to be before I even get there. Where the dirt car, I'm not quite sure that. Running up top, running up bottom. Dixieland seems to turn into a bottom feeder at night and kind of dry up like asphalt. So I think that might be in my advantage there. But learning how to set them up, pass them, is going to be a challenge. But for me, it's going to be really, really a lot of driving because I normally test on Friday mornings. So if it goes the way it should, depending on tire situation, I'll be at Langley Friday morning and then leave there by lunchtime, go home and get my stuff together and go run Dixieland on Friday nights and then be back at Langley on Saturday. So it's a challenge, but I'm so grateful for the opportunity. Like, how many people get these opportunities anymore, to have a ride in dirt and asphalt at the same time. So I'm just going to take it every moment of it and enjoy it. And as I've gotten older, out of my teens into my 20s now, I've learned to enjoy every moment like it's every win like it's the last. And because I know what it was like to struggle. I won the championship at East Carolina, and then I couldn't even stay on the lead lap the next year. So the sun doesn't always shine on the same cat every day, but you just got to keep working at it. And I love having the opportunity to make something happen. So that's all I can ask for as a driver.
Well, Matt says he's going to come out there and ruin your chance for that 3 in a row. He's going to go ahead.
Hey, I'd be the first one over there to shake his hand if he gets it done. I no matter what, we were actually talking about it today. I had lunch with the legend Phil Warren, and I said, no matter what happens, I feel like I'll go down into history as a little extra notch next to my name instead of having just one championship, having the 2, and having a Hampton heat. So it's kind of cool to look back on. It's something I never dreamed would happen. When I first started running, I just wanted to win a race, and then the championship was never in my thoughts because it's just so hard to beat Greg and Danny and Mark and Connor. That's kind of the 5 guys right there, with us included, that you're really having to race for a championship, and it right off the bat. And that's not counting some of the other guys that have come along and found speed and are getting better every week. But that's just like when you show up, you know, okay, those are the 5 right off the bat. You're going to have to race for the win, for the championship. And I never really like.
Don't leave Matt out of it now.
No,
Jared's here
no,
too. He said, don't leave him out.
no. I just, you know, that was last year and the year before. He's a rookie this year, so we can't count him out now. You know, he'll be there. He'll be in the hunt. I mean, he's driving one of our cars, so you know he'll have what the 03 has on it. You know, so he'll be no excuses, Matt.
Now I wanna get to the bottom of this a bit. You said that he's driving one of your cars, and he's gonna have the same things the 03's got on it. Now I have a reason to believe that, you know, the 03 might be a little bit of, you know, may get a little favoritism there.
As you're talking about as far as in the shop, is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, they may get a little favoritism. Matt even laughed when I said it.
Nah, it's see, I'll be honest with you. Last year it's going to be a challenge this year because last year I was at the shop every day. So, you know, I was at extra, you know, it wasn't just Phil by himself at the shop working on 3 cars or 2 cars. It was both of us there, you know, so it made it a little bit less workload on one person. Now my schedule's a little different, so I'll still be there when I'm off, whether it's night or day, just might be on different cycles. And I've talked to my guys about having to come over at night to help out on my car. So that way we got more time for the 64 and stuff like that. So it's just going to be one of those things, you know, race by race. Hopefully we're not tearing stuff up. That's the big thing. When you start bringing cars home and and you're racing back to back and one of them's wadded up, that's when the other one gets a little bit less attention because you're trying to get both of them back to the track. And you're running out of days, you're running out of time. So last year we were fortunate enough that both cars, I don't think ever really got tore up. One night we both wrecked into each other, and that was probably the worst case scenario that could have happened. But we had 2 weeks and we got it fixed. But we're just going to cross those bridges when we do, and both cars will come out of the shop. They get the same treatment, same scale time. They both go on the scales every week, and like I said, last year with Rick wanted to try different things. He didn't like quite what I was doing. It didn't fit his style, and we're probably going to have the same similarities with Matt. You know, not all drivers like the same thing. So it got into a cycle, and this is where the tire situation comes in. You don't really know. You can't really go test and try anything. So we would take Rick's car and talk to him, and he's like, all right, you know, I want y'all to try, free me up, tighten me up, whatever it was. And we'd make a couple changes and show up on Saturday. And yeah, he didn't get the test, but he was cool with the, hey, we're in it together. We're going to try it, and it's either going to work or it's not, but it is what it is this week. And that's kind of what happened with Rick there at the end. He just kept wanting to try things, and we got it better there. But like I said, it's such a guessing game with the tire situation right now.
Yeah, it's going to be tough until you get some clearance on what exactly is going to happen with the tire situation and what it's going to mean. I mean, you know basically how it's going to start, but you don't know what it's going to mean later on in the year.
Well, it's going to start just how it ended. We have nothing. so that's a bad deal. I mean, hey, I'm nervous, and I've been running running the past couple of seasons and being a reigning champ. I'm still nervous, but I feel worse for Matt because he's coming into a totally new animal, and he needs to go over there and get some track time, and I need to go get track time, but unfortunately, we're not going to be able to. So I went over there the other day and slid around for a little bit, and we tried some things, but it was a totally different car and stuff like that, to where I really don't know what to tell you. Whether I don't think I was that good. I got better as the day went on, but I don't know how much of it was the car or how much of it was the tires, because the best tire I had had over a race on it. So it's really a bad deal right now for everybody. So that's the other advantage. I think everybody's going everybody's going into the season kind of in the same boat, I would say. And I feel worse for the newer guys that are taking new cars or moving up to the division that aren't going to be able to know anything just like us. Until you qualify and run that first race, I don't think anybody's going to really know what they got unless they're just going off of what they had last year. And you got to go back and think about that. When was the last time we had 4 tires? I guess we had 4 tires for that day race, but most of the season we were on 2 tires.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be a crazy start to the season, I think, because I like last year I could go in there and tell you a little more positive or a little more this and that, but all I can tell you right now, Matt, and I see Jared sitting there, all I can tell you is I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
All right, man, I'm going to let you get back to work. I know you're trying to do some work, and that's amazing to all of us sitting here. And so we're going to let you do that.
Yeah, you know, they can't joke about me now. So I am a regular civilian now, and I'm a race car driver on the side, so they can't say I have an advantage of being able to go to the racetrack whenever now.
Well, you know, the thing about it is now you got to get out of bed before 12 o'clock.
Hey, not tomorrow because I'm working tonight, buddy. No, I'm just kidding. No, but like I said, sorry I wasn't there. Tell your was it your grandson, right? Tell him.
Yeah, he didn't tell me.
Tell him I'm so sorry, and I will make it up to him at some point this season. And Matt, I'll talk to you soon, and good luck to you also, Jared, and y'all have a good night.
All right, you too, man. We'll talk to you later.
All right, appreciate y'all.
How did this deal come up with you coming over there to work with Butter?
Well, I mean, it kind of all started with Rick last year. You know, Rick and I kind of became close. We kind of have a little alliance there. We got the same manufacturer car, Port City race cars, and we just got to talking one day, and you know, Rick's the kind of guy that he wants to, when he sees somebody that's got potential in him, I mean, he wants to help them out, and it just all came about. I mean, he knew where I wanted to go. I mean, my ultimate goal is always been to go as high as I can. I mean, and the late model has definitely been something that I've wanted to try. And
so have you been behind the wheel at all of it yet?
I practiced one time last year, and I can tell you it's a complete different car than what I was expecting. I mean, a modified's got a certain feel, but a late model is just it's bigger, it's heavier. It's going to be a challenge. It's definitely going to be a challenge.
So you're going to run both series, modified and late models?
Yes.
During the year.
Yes.
Is Rick going to be doing any driving this year at all?
Rick's going to be running for a championship in the modified. He may get into late model here and there. I'm not exactly sure. So kind of playing it by ear.
Cool. So what big changes have you made since last year on your modified? Ready to go? I know it's been down at Port City.
No, actually it hasn't.
You hadn't been to Port City? Who's been? Oh, it was Rick's car was down there. Or whose car?
No, I think Rick's has got his backup car down there.
Oh, okay.
Or his Hedgecott car is down there. Yeah.
I knew somebody's car was down there.
No. But yeah, as far as, I mean, we just done some winter maintenance and freshened up the motor, ready to rock and roll. We're gonna start our season off at Dominion April 2nd.
Ooh.
So.
Ooh, okay. That'll be big. Go up there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely ready for some different challenges. You know, I don't know exactly how many times we're going to run Dominion, but I want to try to run there as much as I can.
Is that the only other place that modified can run is Dominion?
Dominion, and at the end of the year, Kenley, they have the Thanksgiving Classic. They run them down there.
That'll be good.
Yeah.
So you made a great speech at the banquet. I got to give it to you. You made a great speech. It was very touching to hear you talk about Sean and your time racing with Sean. And probably that's where you are today because of Sean.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, I rode behind him for so many years and just watched his perfection and I learned a lot from him. You know, I think that's one of the main reasons that I've had the success that I've had here lately.
Well, I think so too. But you made a great speech. I think it was very moving.
I appreciate that.
And it's going to be good to see you come out there with the late model. But it's going to be a busy schedule for you having to be here just about every week.
It's definitely going to be a busy schedule. I'm looking forward to it, but I know it's going to be very, very challenging.
So, other than in the late model, you're just going to be at Langley. You're not going to try to attempt anything else?
Just as of right now, just Langley.
Just you don't want to try to take it to Martinsville.
As of right now, no, that's not the plan. I mean, like I said, it's going to be challenging. It's just a total, complete different field than what I'm used to.
So how is the tire situation, you think, going to play a major effect on racing in both the modifieds and the late model?
Well, as far as the modified, I mean, it's pretty much going to be the same as it was last year. I mean, we weren't able to buy any practice tires. I mean, you just got to work on it and make sure you're prepared and
do you have
when you get to the track.
Do you have a supply of tires that you could practice on? As far as
I do, but they changed the tires this year in the modifieds. We were on the 960s last year, and now we're going back to the F53s. Which, I mean, honestly, the tires are pretty much about the same to me. I don't think the 53s may be a little bit faster. They might wear out a little bit quicker, but as far as the feel of the car, it's the same.
Tire wear out here at Langley, is that a big thing?
Oh, definitely.
For the modifieds, I know I've heard people talk about the late models and how they are.
Yeah, definitely.
Cool. I mean, but it's good that you're going to be here. I think it's really great. I mean,
yeah, definitely looking forward.
I came out of the bathroom at the banquet, and I went over and sat down at the table, and I started writing on my piece of paper. My wife was looking over, and I said, "Matt Carter is going to be driving a late model next year." And she said, "Where did you find that out?" I said, "He was telling me in the bathroom."
You find a lot out in the bathroom.
Yeah, I was interested because, Shane Snyder brought it up.
Yeah.
So that's good. I'm glad. I'm happy for you.
It's a lot of good conversations in the bathroom.
All right. So tell me who all's going to be helping you with the modified?
I got my same people that have always been helping me. Paul DeVolt, Rob Moore, Jeff Roars, Bobby Lamb. That's pretty much about it. We kind of have a small crew.
Now, who's going to be? Is it going to be
same guys?
Rick's crew from last year.
I think that they're going to help out when they can. Yep.
Well, I forget who the guy is that was helping him last year.
Bruce Kimmel.
That's it. Yeah,
Bruce.
I know he's been around with Rick for years.
Yeah, Bruce is a super nice guy.
So,
I enjoy working with all the guys that are Rick's team. I mean, they're down to earth people. We get along with them really, really well, and I think that's how we've kind of joined forces. Is we get along so great. We build off of one another.
Well, no, he sits down there and he probably does a whole lot of joking and carrying on and with you and everything else. I've seen how he's done some things. Then he'd joke with somebody, but it just brings out and shows that everybody is in it together.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There's no. Well, I'm sure if something happened on the track, it may be some bitterness at that one point, but not the whole time. Now, Jared, you going to come back out and do the late models again this year?
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we last year was kind of stay in the back, kind of just learn a lot. The Pro 6 late model was a really big jump. We got a lot of experience out of it. We also want to thank Tommy Spencer for letting us be able to drive his car. But this year we do have a little bit of a newer car. I want to see what we're able to do. Like I said, I still have a lot to learn, especially with the jump from the Pro 6 to late model was the power is probably one of the biggest things for me. and the tires. Just a lot to learn. But we're looking forward to see what we can do. We're definitely planning on racing, the full season and everything. But we're looking forward to it.
Well, at least you didn't have to worry about Scott Allen running into you.
Thank God. Yeah, no worries. No kidding.
So you got your own car now? This is your car?
Yep, this is our car, yep. We got it, yep, it's gonna be a torque chassis. Yep, we have a Rankin Ford freight motor in it. So hopefully we'll be able to do good here. We're looking forward to it. I'm excited. We're kind of in the same boat as them. We haven't had any track time, even with the new car. We're trying to get in, but with my work schedule, it's kind of hard to be able to get down here and test for a little bit.
So you, with your new car and everything, so you haven't had any time really behind the wheel of the new car at all?
Not much. No, I'm sitting during setup, but that's about it. Not on the track, but we're definitely trying. Want to at least come down one time, just make sure everything's okay. I hate for our race to be the first time we ever tested, but we'll see what happens. We're going to be out here. We're going to definitely do it somehow.
So you missed a lot of some of the races last year.
Yeah,
and everything with, and we won't go into all that, but it's, you basically were behind the 8 ball as being a rookie.
Yeah.
In the late model, and then you missed races.
Yeah.
So technically, you're coming back, and you still haven't really done a whole year.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I did have to get some surgery done, so that put me out for most of the season last year, which was a huge bummer. We definitely wanted to use that, more experience, but that's okay. I would like to learn more of our new car, anyways. It's kind of a blessing in disguise kind of thing.
So where are you? Are you going to just be here at Langley, or are you going to be trying other places?
I would like to try other places. I definitely would have maybe a couple times to go to Dominion, but probably mostly will be here, definitely. Just still learning the car and everything. But in the future, I definitely would like to travel some. That's one thing I like about the late models. On the Pro 6, there is nowhere else they race. With late models, they race about pretty much all the tracks. I definitely want to try new things, definitely.
Yeah, that's a good deal when you go out and race against some of those other guys.
Absolutely, yeah, more experience, absolutely.
You basically have the cream of the crop here at Langley. There's a lot of the best drivers here at Langley.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah.
But you go to some of these other places, like you go to Dominion. There's Peyton Sellers. He usually comes to Dominion.
Yeah.
You
dominates.
You got some big names coming. South Boston's the same way.
Yeah.
Even though they've got a big history, I don't think they have the type of competition that you have here at Langley.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tough division. Just like Butterbean was saying, if you're not in with that top 5, it's hard to win. They are definitely dominant here. Always have been.
Well, I hope you get a chance to get down here and practice with the car. That's
absolutely, we want to. We definitely want to. No kidding.
Well, tell Dad that he needs to go, take a couple months off there and
work on
the car.
I told him I'm gonna sneak in the garage. I'm gonna drive it to the track one day.
Our stuff is in the container ship stuck in Chesapeake.
Oh. That would be bad.
Yeah, no kidding.
That would be bad.
Yeah.
Well, who all's helping you with the car this year?
We definitely have a very limited team, obviously with me, my dad, and we actually have someone that I work with that's around my age. His name's Adam. He's going to be helping us out a lot. But we might have some people here and then come in and help us, but that's pretty much most of the team right there. It's going to be a lot of running around. But I think we should be pretty good.
Who's going to be your crew chief?
We have someone who is working with us. I don't know if he's going to be able to come to most of our races with Dwayne, but we'll see what happens. Because he's working with some other people, but he's definitely going to be helping us with setup and stuff like that.
Dwayne.
Dwayne
who?
Dwayne Skinner.
Skinner,
sorry.
Oh, Dwayne Skinner.
Yeah.
You got Dwayne Skinner helping you?
He's
pretty smart guy.
Jeez. You let anybody, you don't just get your dad to do it, man.
Well, we're gonna see what we can do. We should be pretty good. Definitely looking forward to it. Be more in the pack this time. Definitely be more confident. Definitely learned something last year.
Yeah, well, you still haven't had that full year yet.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
You're gonna have to get some.
Yeah. Got a lot to learn.
And then you're gonna have Matt Carter. He's gonna be beating on your back bumper a little bit.
He already told me it was. When he pulled it in here, he's pushing on my bumper.
That's pretty cool that you got that going on. And I know, is Tommy gonna have a car out here this year?
Tommy sold his car to my knowledge.
Yeah, he did. He sold it.
I heard the car might be a bit limited.
Oh, okay.
Not a
Like
limited.
Mark Claire
No,
bought
I
it.
think that's what he said.
Yeah.
It may be a limited amount, not as a limited, but limited amount.
Does he still got his Pro 6? I mean, that
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Yeah, I believe he's trying to get the motor and everything finished now, so he'll be able to get out here. But I'm sure it's being hard with some of the supplies to get stuff.
Yeah, Tommy's got a lot going on. He's got
Yeah.
2 modifieds. I think he's got like a super late model that Bobby Creech's.
Yeah, he
his
does.
older one. Pro 6. He's got it all.
You're gonna be busy.
Yeah, Henry drag car too.
Yeah,
drag
just
car
in there,
too.
yeah.
That's a lot of things going on. By the way, somebody up here said for you to smile. You're not
Smile.
And Billy Smith said he'll see you tomorrow.
Hopefully.
So you're wrapping your car tomorrow?
Should be. That's the plan for right now. So,
And we're supposed to be getting our car hopefully wrapped this week as well, next week. Just trying to get that done with too. That's really kind of the last piece of the puzzle to really get done, to kind of get it wrapped.
Well, that's cool. I mean, is he doing it for you too? Or you got somebody else doing it?
No, yeah, he's doing it. Spy Raptor's doing it. Yeah, kind of doing most of the same scheme we did the other years, like in the Pro 6.
It'll be the 28.
Yeah, it'll be 28 this time, no more 71. Yeah, definitely go back to the 28.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good deal. So tell us anything big news that you might have coming up. You know, gonna get an Xfinity ride or something?
no, I mean, that's pretty
Talking
much,
Gibbs.
that's pretty much all the news I really have is, I mean, we got the late model deal and we're going to still go out and try to win races in the modified and just try to, this year we're focused on winning races and having fun. Championships, they're stressful.
Yeah.
You tend to race different towards the end of the season, and
Not a way you really want to race.
Yeah, I mean, just your anxiety. I mean, just everything is it's so stressful, and it just takes the fun out of it. So, I won a championship. I'm good with that. If I don't win anymore, I'm okay with that. I just want to have fun, enjoy it, and not have the stress.
What's it gonna be like to bolt yourself into that late model and have somebody like Phil Warren who's been working with them cars and working on them cars?
I mean, I wouldn't want to work with anybody different other than, I mean, they're at the top of their game. I mean, they're the best right now. And to have them as resources, I mean, it's a great feeling.
I sat in here and talked to Phil the other day for a little while, and I was thinking about it. I don't know how many championships he's got, like 12 championships. But as a crew chief and a car and a driver, he's got like 12 championships, and he's won championships with different drivers. It's not the same driver,
Right. Yeah.
And come through different eras. It's not the same era every time that he's. You got Butterbean now. I think CE was before that, and that was a whole few years, and and that's good for you that you have that kind of.
Oh yeah, and I've had Anthony Warren as a spotter for 2 years now.
Sorry.
And what Anthony is, I mean, I feel very comfortable with him on the radio. I mean, I feel very confident, and I mean, just all the information that he provides. I mean, he's a professional spotter.
Yeah, he does.
I mean, he gives me all the information I need. I mean, I'm when I'm on the radio, I don't hardly ever say anything.
Yeah.
I just pretty much just listen, and he knows exactly what to tell me, and makes it happen.
How much information do you want during the course of the race?
I mean, I don't really need a lot. I just like lap times, and I don't necessarily need to know exactly how far I am ahead, or just some basic information. That's all I need.
What about you? With your spotter, what do you like to hear?
I'm the exact same way. I actually prefer it to be a little bit more quiet on the radio while I'm driving, no distraction. Then I usually never talk while I'm racing either. Just no distraction. Rather just focus on racing there.
Yeah, there's a lot of. I've known some drivers that they want to be talked to a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, like every lap, they just want so much information. It is a distraction when somebody's just talking. I mean, because it's so much focus.
But then there's guys like Scott Allen that you even got to tell him to turn left when he gets down the straightaway. I mean, don't forget to pedal to hit when you take off. But
I remember practicing in the late model one of the first times and feeling the power that I had. I had to tell who my then spotter was, Landon. I was like, I need you to tell me I need to breathe. Because the power was so much at first. I literally was forgetting to breathe. I get on straightaway and I'd be like, out of breath. It was just a lot of power going to the corner. That was a scary thing at first, but I finally got used to it.
Yeah, it's definitely like that in qualifying. I mean, you're pretty much just holding your breath for 2 laps, giving it everything you got.
Yeah.
So you go out, when you went out there for that first time and got the feel of that and everything, and you said you had a problem, how did you get yourself geared up to go back to breathing?
I just had to coach myself and get better with it. On the straightaways, like in the corners, I just don't. I mean, as bad as that might sound, I'm just focusing so hard on it.
But I heard a guy on the NASCAR race a couple weeks ago or last week, whenever it was, said the same thing. He was experiencing so much speed, he was having to remember to breathe. He wasn't picking it up. So that's weird, I'd have a hard time if I couldn't breathe.
Yeah, the first couple times they were like, "Why are you coming in?" I'm like, "I need my breath. I got a breath here."
Yeah, well, now we know what happened to Scott. He stops breathing, his mind stops on with him. So
turns right instead of left.
So Shane Loss said hello, guys, and Ryan Crawford. We had him on here. I mean, did you see the show with?
I watched a little bit of it.
When we had Justin and Brian on here. I think they did a good job trying to explain things, but it still maybe didn't get to the core of what's going to happen for you guys when you get here the first week.
Yeah.
What is your feelings on this? This is a question that was asked that night, and I shouldn't keep jumping around, but this was a question that was asked. How do you feel about the fact that, they haven't met with the drivers to talk with them, like, have a meeting with all the drivers and say, we need to do this, and, here's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Have they not done that
I know I haven't been a part of anything, but I think that would be very important, to hear feedback from the drivers. I mean, that makes the show happen.
How about you? Does it make a difference? I mean, would it make
from what I've been into some of these meetings, and it just turns into everybody's got their own opinion about things. Everybody wants change, and it's hard to meet. I mean, with the modifieds, I mean, I think we've had the same rules forever. Nothing has changed. Why change now?
Yeah.
I mean, it's important to understand and get everybody's feedback, but some of the meetings just turn into this person wants this change, this person wants that, they want that, and it
just doesn't work
out. It doesn't accomplish anything.
It turns into more of a pissing contest than it does anything else, because everybody wants to jump in and
pretty much.
And then then it gets a little personal if something goes on that they didn't like, so it gets a little personal.
Right.
I can understand that.
But I mean, if there's a major rule change or they want to do something different, then yeah, absolutely, bring everybody together. But if there's no plans to change anything, in my opinion, there's no need for it.
Just let them alone, let it go, do whatever you're going to do.
Yep.
But you two guys are, you said your car is pretty much just going over it and getting it ready for next year and everything, but you're building a new car or have a new car. How has it been for you guys as far as the chain, the supply chain thing that's going on, getting parts and everything? I've talked to some guys in Carolina that are having a hard time getting stuff. I mean, they're talking about they may not even make the first race because they ain't got the stuff to do it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. We were fortunate that a lot of the stuff we have that we got put on the car that Tommy actually did have, because we have experienced that, shortage of supplies. But luckily, we've been able to get pretty much all the stuff that we did need, thankfully. So we've been pretty good there.
So now, how are you going to balance racing and work and now the girlfriend?
It's going to be a lot. My biggest fear is definitely work. Where I'm the manager where I work at, so sometimes it's mandatory Saturdays, but I'm really trying so I can get most of the racing ones off. When I'm not racing, I can work. But it's going to be hard to do it, but I might be sick a couple race days. I'm sick. I can't work. I'll be at the racetrack. Yeah.
Don't say that.
They're not watching.
They may get back there somewhere.
Right.
But that's and Butterbean's finding that out. Let's put it that way. He's finding that out now that he's got a job.
Yeah.
He just the things are going to change for him doing things. And if you have a job, that's number one. That's your number one priority. Family and everything.
That's right.
So that's cool. I mean, I'll tell you, I'm excited about this coming season here at Langley Speedway. What do you
Yeah.
think about the limit that's coming in this year?
I think it's pretty exciting. I think they're gonna have a pretty decent field.
Yeah.
I mean, we've actually got one in our shop that Paul DeVolt's gonna be driving this year.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I understand the Pro Sixes are gonna have a bunch of new cars this year.
Absolutely, yeah.
So that's,
I'm definitely looking forward to that. I don't want the class to go away. I know for a little while they were struggling, but hopefully we're structured a lot. Have some cars out here.
I don't think Scott will be able to, keep the record going of the top fives he's had.
Yeah.
Because, there'll be more than 4 cars in
Yeah.
the race.
He'll keep the back warmed up.
He thinks he thought he was doing something that night. He was talking all kinds of trash. he qualified on the outside pole.
He just knew he had
And
it.
I was sitting up here going, I can't believe this. And they were over there, the officials over there hitting on the window and told me, who's driving that car?
Can't be Scott.
You can't be Scott driving that car. And it was Scott. And then on the first, when the green flag fell, he hit the wrong pedal and everybody went around.
Man.
So that was. Give us one of your embarrassing moments that you've had in racing.
Embarrassing moments. I had one night that, and this was probably maybe it was either my first or second full-time season, and we hit on something in the car. We had a very fast car, and at that time I didn't know how to control it. I think I probably hit everybody on the track but the pace car that night. And of course, we all get on Facebook afterwards and we see all the comments, and it's like, man, you feel so terrible for it,
Yeah.
But it's a part of learning, I mean, it's, when you've been struggling and you run in the back, and then all of a sudden you hit on something, you got a very fast car. It's a big change, I mean, it's riding by yourself, then you start getting into traffic, and you got to start passing people. It's a whole different deal,
I mean, I've seen the nights that Song started in the back and he just eased his way right on
Like
the
it was
front.
nothing.
Yeah, and I was thinking, man, them guys not giving him a whole lot of run for his money.
Yeah, I mean, when you got a fast car, I mean, it's a lot easier to drive versus driving something that drives horrible.
Yeah.
So I know have you had any embarrassing moments that you want to talk about?
When the first time we went from the go-karts on Sunday to here on Saturday, we had our Pro 6 car, the one that I believes Jason Machad has now. It was one of the first races, we were shifting on the start, and I actually haven't had much manual experience before that. So I was super nervous going out there, and there was someone behind us. It was one of the first races. We qualified decent, I guess. And I remember, third to fourth, and instead of pushing that clutch, I slammed on the brakes. And I was like, man, this dumb car, why isn't it going? And then I lifted my foot up, and I was like, wow, that's embarrassing.
I can't say nothing to Scott no more because you've done it now.
Yeah, I did it. It hit me like a wall.
Well, yeah, that's. But did you? I don't know if you two guys knew of this or not. Maybe you did. I didn't even think about it until the other night. When you were doing the arena car, when you got the arena car or whatever, that number 90 arena car that I saw him with a picture with, that was my brother's car.
No kidding. Really?
That was my brother's car.
It's in Kentucky now.
So
Yeah, that's right. We had it, and someone just bought it. Like,
Whatever happened to them cars?
I don't know what they're doing with them now. I know it's a couple tracks in Carolina. They have what they call mini cup cars.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah, we've had them out here a couple times.
They've
That's
had
right.
mini cup cars that are basically the same thing
Mhm.
as these arena cars. But I was just looking through the pictures the other night. I was trying to find a picture to put on Facebook.
Yeah,
And I saw that number 90
yeah.
arena car. That's my brother's car.
Because we originally got it from Jason Miller, who had it, and Justin Carroll, I believe, raced it a couple times, and then we were able to get it. The arena race was fun. I liked it a lot. It was a fun track. Pretty quick.
Well, that was an experience out there with those arena cars. Seeing the guys.
Did you get to drive one?
I drove one time,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean it was just playing. There wasn't
Right.
anything.
Yeah.
Right.
But
It's like a little mini Bristol. It's fun.
But going out there, I went out there with Scott a lot, and course, it's Scott being Scott.
Yeah.
You know, he always seemed to have a little bit of a problem with somebody.
Oh, yeah.
Every time we went out there.
That might be not my.
I'll never forget somebody spun him one night. He jumped out of the car and the guy came around and Scott took off running and hauled off and kicked the side of the car, and it hurt Scott more than it did the car. But he's Scott Perlman. He wrecked Scott Perlman.
Mm-hmm.
Scott turned him around. He just turned around going the opposite direction of the track and ran straight into.
It might have been his last race too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the guy that ran arena racing, Ricky Dennis, or what is that? Ricky Dennis.
Mm.
Yeah, it is.
Ricky Dennis come down and told Scott. He said, "You're lucky." He said, "This is the last race of the year." He said, "So we can't penalize you right now." He said, "But you're just very lucky." And I looked at Scott and I said, "Oh, you may have a hard time next year." I don't think he ever went back after that. So anyway, all right. Well, thank you, sponsors and everybody you got with you this year.
Yeah, definitely. Randy Sears with Sears Sand and Gravel, Extra Storage, Dayton Weiss, State Farm, Adams Flooring, Papa John's, Smith Wraps and Graphics, Paint Supply Company, Port City Race Cars, East Coast Synthetics. I think that's it.
Ready for a big year.
Oh yeah, Snap Mobile. Cannot forget Snap Mobile.
Oh yeah, okay.
Cannot forget Snap Mobile.
Yeah, I'm getting
When
ready.
you go to buy a phone, go to Verizon. Use my code Carter78 and save some money.
I wasn't going to ask about the Snap Mobile. I was going to ask about Rick. I mean, will those same sponsors be on your late model too?
No. Just right now, it's just going to be Snap Mobile.
Oh, that'd be cool. That's cool. What about you? What you got lined up?
Yeah, we actually finally do. It's been, most of our racing we haven't had sponsors. It's been, thanks mom and dad. But finally, we do have some people jumping on board. I have the Super Clean Detailing Services out in Yorktown. And then I also have Paul's Deli. They have a couple locations in Williamsburg, Virginia. And then I have Valvoline, the company that I work for. And then we also have some family friends that always help out. It's the Lively Gang over there in Kilmarnock, Virginia. So we got some stickers to put on the car this year. It won't be too blank.
Valvoline. Where do you work at for Valvoline?
I'm the service center manager at Valvoline.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, we work on cars, preventive maintenance stuff. So happy to have them helping us out a little bit. I would hope so.
Yeah, that's a good thing. They'll do that.
Yeah,
And of course, mom and dad still having to help you with some money too.
absolutely. They're the biggest sponsors. I told my dad I'm gonna have a picture of his head on the hood of the car. Thank you.
Yeah. You got to have sponsors these days. I mean,
Especially,
you can't.
Without
It's almost impossible
Yeah.
to have help.
We realized that jumping from Pro 6 to late models. I mean, it's a lot.
Yeah, that's a huge step to
Yeah.
do that.
Yeah, no kidding.
So,
Have you heard anything on what the price of tires are going to be this year?
up.
Up.
I
I've
have not
heard the
heard.
same thing. I mean, I've heard some
I've-
rumors, but
I've not heard anything that I would say is valid as
Mhm.
something to say, but I've heard some
I
things.
heard it went up.
It's gonna go up.
Yeah.
And I think the gas is gonna go up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
the expense is gonna be a little bit more this year than the has been.
Is the first going up?
Now, I ain't heard nothing on that. You need to ask them that. I ain't heard- that hadn't even come up. That didn't even come up when I had them up here, so.
Yeah, that always seems like it's a touchy subject.
Well, I mean, you're a driver here. You can just walk on down there and tell them, what we gonna do. I go down there. I don't drive here. I don't have a whole lot of say, so I can just go down there and say something. They'll tell me something just to get me off their back and send me on my way, but I'm sure that, it's gonna be tough in a lot of ways. for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah,
It's gonna be.
definitely.
I'm just hoping everything works out to the point where we're gonna have the whole season,
Mm-hmm.
without any repercussions along the way.
Right.
I think it's a good possibility it can, because, it's gonna be expensive, but I think they'll try to get it done with the way it is, but.
Yeah, I mean, between Bill, Vaughn, and Chuck, all the staff, I mean, they do a great job with the management here at Langley, and I don't see any reasons why. I mean, they're good at planning ahead. I mean, I think that they foresee this was going to be an issue ever since last year.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's going to be hard without the practice tires. And I mean, and hey, even if it's the late model and the modified, if we're on 2 tires, just be thankful that we got a place to race.
Yeah. Just it could be.
He was getting nervous there for
There
a little
was,
bit.
there has
Yeah.
been, there's already been a few races canceled.
Yeah.
Unable to get stuff. And I'm going out to Peevely, the dirt track at Peevely for the SRX race when they run when they run out there. I'm gonna be out there for that. And they're having some issues with tires out there too, but I don't think it has anything to do with the SRX cars. But they're having, as far as their regular cars that they run, they're having issues with tires too. So we'll see how it works out. But I just don't want to see us losing.
Right.
And I think Chuck and them, above and beyond, they're determined to get it done.
Yeah.
Great job.
Yeah.
So that'll be good.
Yep.
All right, everybody. That's our show for tonight. Man, that was a quick show. I mean, you guys talked all. I like it when you come in here and talk. I like that.
Kind of flew by.
Yeah.
Once we shut Brenden up, we were good. But anyway, you see where Robert the Zero?
Yeah.
You see where I gave him a nickname last week?
No, I didn't see that.
I gave him a nickname last week, and now everybody's calling him Boo Boo the Zero.
I did hear that, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Anyway, all right, next week will be Carson Road says all the flow money racing being added to the purses. I don't know nothing about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shane, I'm ready to go. Just let me know. We'll get together and go. Anytime's fine with me. I'm glad to go with you anytime. But anyway, all right, that's our show for tonight. Please like and share our show. Thanks to Matt Carter and Jared Clarke and Butterbean for being here with us. We got Robert coming next week with Tristan McKee.
Okay, yeah.
They're coming here next week.
Yeah.
So they'll be here with me next week.
Be good.
So that'll be good. I haven't talked to him much in the last little bit. So anyway, all right, that's our show. Thank you, and we'll see you again next week.